Today is Wednesday, May 20th. I've come to a place that's new to me called Black Creek in Miami-Dade County, not far from Homestead. There's supposed to be peacock bass in here, plus the usual freshwater fish, largemouth, Mayans, and other type fish, and also maybe an occasional snook because we're not too far from Biscayne Bay. I had a bit of a struggle to get in here. There was supposed to be a boat ramp nearby, but when I crossed the bridge that you see here and went to make a right turn to where the boat ramp was, I came across a gate which was closed, no way to drive down it, and so no way to get to the boat ramp. So I looked around and I saw that there was a couple of places where the grass came up out of the water, looked soft, to help me get the boat in the water, because the banks are pretty high at that spot there. I was able to get the boat down onto those tummocks of grass, and then from there down into the water. So it was a bit of a struggle to get the boat in and be ready to fish. I already practiced getting the boat out, even though I was able to get it in the water, I wasn't quite sure I could pull it up out, but I did make one practice attempt and was able to get the boat back up onto the bank there by the boat ramp. So I think I'll be okay later on when I go to get out. Well, it's time to go fishing, and I just hope all the long drive down here and the struggle to get the boat in the water was worth it, but we will see. I've been fishing about 45 minutes. No action yet, but I've seen a couple of fish. One that jumped back by the bridge behind me. Then not too long ago, a peacock passed me by just cruising. And then another fish jumped a few seconds ago. This canal is a little bit unusual, at least compared to the Everglades canals that I've been to. There's a shallow shoreline that extends out about 10 to 15 feet, and then a sharp drop-off. But there aren't too many weeds in that shallow portion by the bank, and so I'm not seeing many fish right now. Now there may be some peacocks. Oh, I'm seeing something very large back in there, but I don't know what it is. Something very large. Could be just a gar, but back in the shadow, see that tree in front of us with all those dead branches? There's something just off to the left of it, I think. It could be a submerged branch, but it could be a fish. I think I'll go back and take a better look. Still no action, but I'm seeing some very large fish in the water. I'm talking 30 inches. I don't know what they are. I don't think they're peacocks. Peacocks don't get that long. There's one out there now. Long and thin. I can see him. I don't think it's a carp. It's not a gar. Just don't know what it is. I threw my fly on top of one a few minutes ago and of course spooked it. Turned on it, but he just ignored it. I'm not seeing rolling from tarpon, so I don't know that it's tarpon. Tarpon could get in here because we're not too far from Biscayne Bay. Of course, it just could be carp, but the body shape looks different. Well, I hope I get a chance to find out what they are. Well, finally broke the ice with this fat little sunfish here. Putting on the tiny green popper. Seems to be the only thing that's working. I did identify those big fish. They are grass carp, I'm pretty sure. So a number of them, quite large, but they're not going to be hitting anything that I can throw at them. But nice to know there are big fish in here. All right, let me get this guy off the hook, back in the water, and catch somebody else. I've come about as far east as I can on this canal. We've come to a water control structure which blocks access to the rest of the creek. And that may be the last one of those dams before you hit salt water. I've been fishing the north bank, paddling a bit into the wind, and I'm going to turn around and fish the south bank with the wind behind me. So far just 3 sunfish. Not exactly what I came down here for. I've seen a lot of those grass carp, and a few mullet jumping, which indicates the presence of some saltwater species. But I'm going to head back towards the bridge where I started out. There's one of those lateral canals. I see this one here, but I don't think I want to fish this one. I think I want to head back, and there's another lateral canal right by the bridge near where I put this kayak in. So I'm going to head back there, and if this south bank here proves slow, then maybe I'll try going along that lateral canal and see if I can spot some fish. But so far, not much happening. Well, I'm getting kind of discouraged. It's 2:45. Haven't had a bite in a long time. Caught 3 sunfish so far, and that's it. Seen some peacocks, not a lot, some. One even came out and made a pass at my fly, but gave up on it. I did find the boat ramp that I'd been looking for, that I'd found on Google Maps, and that was supposed to be here according to a document from the Florida Wildlife Commission, but it's in a place where you can't get to. It's down a little gravel road that is gated off, so it doesn't do anybody any good. So right now, this has been quite a disappointment. I'm going to fish for another hour or so and probably give up around 4 o'clock if nothing happens. Well, you win some, you lose some.